devotees are joining. So for that information, every Saturday we chant 64 rounds sitting at one place in one time. And we start at 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. I know that for the West Coast devotees it's difficult, but we continue until approximately it has taken about 10:15, 10:20 a.m. So about 9 hours and 20 minutes. We finish 64 rounds in one sit. So please, if you are seeking for the uh, longer association chanting tomorrow, Saturday's day, and I think it will help you once you chant 64. 32 will seems to be easy, and 60 round you will feel like it's a joke, you know. So it's so nice to chant more round. This is the taste of our that we have the taste of chanting Hare Krishna, because ultimately we want to spend more time with the holy name. That's what our Acharya has shown us in their life, and we need to follow in the footsteps. So we will continue reading the Krishna book, chapter 38, Akrura's return journey and his visiting of Vishnu Loka within the Yamuna river. Krishna is so kind. Just by having one chapati with love, Krishna becomes pleased to Sanatana Goswami. That's his greatness. Akrura was warmly received by Lord Krishna, Haribol, and Nand Maharaj, and offered a resting place for the night. In the meantime, the two brothers, Balram and Krishna, went to take their supper. Akrura sat on his bed and began to reflect that all the desire which he had anticipated while coming from Mathura to Vrindavan had been fulfilled. See, this is the beauty of the Brajvasis, that before they come, they contemplate everything, how Krishna will receive me, how nice it would be to see the beautiful eyes of Krishna. I will get a chance to touch the lotus feet of Krishna. I will be able to roll in the dust of Vrindavan. They contemplate, and when they finish it, before they going to the sleep, they remember everything again. This is how we should practice our devotion, so we can never forget Krishna. Akrura sat on his bed and began to reflect that all the desire which he had anticipated while coming from Mathura to Vrindavan had been fulfilled. So this is another lesson we should learn, that if we become pure within our heart, any desire or anything that you will speak, Krishna will make it true. He has never failed to maintain the word of his devotees. We have seen so many beautiful stories in Srimad Bhagavatam to attest that point. Lord Krishna is the husband of the goddess of fortune. Being pleased with his pure devotees, he can offer whatever the devotee desires. But the pure devotee does not ask anything from the Lord for his personal benefit. Ahaituki apratehata yayatma suprasiddhati. That if we have unmotivated devotional service and continuously unbroken, once you start your devotional practice, there should be no stoppage. And that's why I highly recommend the devotees that select the time that you can maintain, and then never miss that time, no matter what happens in the life. And then you will see that seeing the sincerity, Krishna will allow you to join earlier and earlier. And you may think at this moment that how will I be able to wake up that early? But it's become possible. There are so many devotees who join before even 2 o'clock. Haribol. After taking their supper, Krishna and Balram came to bid good night to Akrura. Say, this is so nice. You know, if we have a guest, I don't think that we will be so attentive. Krishna embraced them, make sure that they are comfortable, and then also at the night they come, Haribol, to see. Krishna asks about his maternal uncle Kamsa. How is the dealing with his friends? And he asks, how are my relatives? He also inquired into Kamsa's plans. The Supreme Personality of Godhead then informed Akrura that his presence was very much welcome, how much deeply they appreciate the association of this wonderful devotee, Sivan Krishna. He inquired from him whether all his relatives and friends were well and free from all kind of ailments. That's what Krishna does, not only to the devotees, but if we become a pure devotee, 13 generation before and 13 generation after, we get delivered. Krishna stated that he was very sorry that his maternal uncle Kamsa was the head of the kingdom. He said that Kamsa was the greatest anachronism in the whole system of government and that they could not expect any welfare for the citizen while he ruled. Krishna can understand everyone's heart. Then Krishna said, quote, my father has undergone much tribulation simply from my being his son. Haribo. For this reason, also he has lost many other sons. I think myself so fortunate that you have come as my friend and relative. This is Krishna. My good friend Akrura, please tell me the purpose of your coming to Vrindavan. So after this inquiry, Akrura, who belonged to the dynasty of Yadu, explained the recent event in Mathura, including Kamsa's attempt to kill Vasudeva, the father of Krishna. He related the things which happened after the disclosure by Narad that Krishna was the son of Vasudeva. Sitting by him in the house of Nanda Maharaj, Akrura narrated all the stories regarding Kamsa. He told how Narad met Kamsa and how he himself was deputed by Kamsa to come to Vrindavan. Akrura also explained to Krishna that Narada had told Kamsa that all about Krishna's being transferred from Mathura to Vrindavan just after his birth and about his killing all the demons sent by Kamsa. Akrura then explained to Krishna the purpose of his coming to Vrindavan is to take him back to Mathura. After hearing of the arrangement, Balram and Krishna, who are very expert in killing opponents, mildly laughed at the plans of Kamsa. Kamsa was thinking, I have a great Kavalapedia, the elephant and Mustika Chamara, this big fighter wrestlers. There is no way he has to fight with Krishna and Balram. They will finish them. So they asked Nanda Maharaj to invite all the cowherd boys to go to Mathura to participate in the ceremony known as Dhanur Yagna. Kamsa wanted them all to go there to participate in the function because he knows that he will be a victorious king and he wants to show his strength. And it says that this is the wonderful pastime at the arena, that whoever attended that festival everyone reciprocate with Krishna in that particular mood. Haribol. I think there were 13 moods were exhibited, if I'm correct. On Krishna's word, Nand Maharaj at once called for the cowherd boys and asked them to collect all kind of milk preparation and milk to present in the ceremony. They always take some gift. That's a tradition. When you visit somebody, you should take something. Haribol. He also sent instructions to the police chief of Vrindavan to tell all the inhabitants about Kamsa's great Dhanuryagna function and invite them to join. Nand Maharaj informed the cowherd boys that they would start the next morning. They therefore arranged for the cows and bulls to carry them all to Mathura. How many big, like when we go to the Brajmandala Parikrama, so many devotees, so what to speak of whole Brajavasis is going to Mathura. Whole road may be filled with all the bullock carts. When gopis saw that Akrura had come to take Krishna and Balram away to Mathura, they become overwhelmed with anxiety. Some of them become so aggrieved that their face turned black. This is reality. And they began to breathe warmly and had palpitations of the heart. They discovered that their hair and dress immediately loosened. Hearing the news that Krishna and Balram were leaving for Mathura, others who were engaged in the household duties stopped working as if they had forgotten everything, like a person who is called forth to die and leave this world at once. Haribol. We have to be prepared for that moment so we can leave this world smilingly, looking at the beautiful face of the divine couple. Haribol. Others immediately fainted due to separation from Krishna. Remembering his attractive smile and his talk with them, the gopis became overwhelmed with grief. Do we remember our talk with our Guru Maharaj? I don't think so. At least I didn't keep the note. So I always advise, if your spiritual master is alive and if you have some conversation, please write a note. That would be a quest jewel in your life. They all remember the characteristic of the personality of Godhead, how he moved within the area of Vrindavan, and how, with joking words, he attracted all their hearts. See, they are thinking everything what is happening, what they have gone through. They keep in their mind and heart. They never forget Krishna by practicing such a way. Thinking of Krishna and of their imminent separation from him, the gopis assembled together with heavy beating hearts, completely absorbed in thought of Krishna. What is that we need to really experience when Acharya says, completely absorbed in thought of Krishna? What the state of the mind can be. Tears fell from their eyes, and they began to converse as follows. O Providence, you are so cruel. It appears that you do not know how to show mercy to others. By your arrangement, friends contact one another, but without fulfilling their desires, you separate them. This is exactly like children's play that has no meaning. It is very abnormal that you arrange to show us beautiful Krishna, whose bluish curling hair beautifies his broad forehead and sharp nose. Look at the detail. Who is always smiling to minimize all contention in this material world, and then arrange to separate him from us. O Providence, you are so cruel, but most astonishingly, you appear now as a Krura, which means not cruel. In the beginning, we appreciated your workmanship in giving us these eyes to see the beautiful face of Krishna. But now, just like a foolish creature, you are trying to take out our eyes so we may not see Krishna here again. Madhumangal. Remember the story of Madhumangal is so attracted born in a very pious family. Because of the bad association, he became attracted to the prostitute so badly that he cannot resist his temptations to enjoy his sexual desire. So one day that big storm was there. Everything was like a hail, lot of rains, lot of heavy wind, but he cannot resist. So he goes. And at that time, the prostitute Chintamani is telling him, hey, Bill Mangala, if you have this intense desire like this, just to see me, if you have the desire to attain Krishna, you can attain the Krishna. So he remembered his previous life. His Guru Maharaj also told him. So that was his weaknesses. So then he realized, and then he is walking. He said, no, I'm going to meet Krishna. So he started his journey going to Vrindavan. And we see one couple was walking and still Bil Mangala Thakur look at that woman. And then he feels so bad that he poked his eyes. So nothing can distract. And then what happened? As soon as he poked his eyes, he became blind. How can he go to Vrindavan? So the boy came and hold his hand very sweetly, take him to Vrindavan. That was none other than Krishna. So we can see it, example by example. Krishna always helps his devotees to get what they want. Hari Bol, I repeat because it's gave me so much pleasure to see that. Krishna, the son of Nand Maharaj, is also very cruel. He must always have new friends. He does not like to keep friendship for a long time with anyone. Hari Bol. We gopis of Vrindavan, having left our homes, friends and relatives, have become Krishna's maidservant. But he is neglecting us and going away. That's what the Krishna does. Why? To increase our love, nothing else. He does not even look upon us, although we are completely surrendered unto him. Haribol. So this is something says that even if you become completely surrendered, don't think that Krishna will show his face to you. My Guru Maharaj used to say, even if you Krishna is so kind and give you his darshan, always remember that you have never seen Krishna. Haribol. Now all the young girls in Mathura will have the opportunity. They are expecting Krishna's arrival and they will enjoy his sweet smiling face and will drink its honey. See, this is what Brajvasis does. Before Krishna does anything, they contemplate. And then they will again reconfirm what they say. It happened. Krishna can read our hearts and minds, at least from the pure devotees. Although we know that Krishna is very steady and determined, we are threatened that as soon as he sees the beautiful faces of the young girls in Mathura, he will forget himself. We fear he will become controlled by them and will forget us. For we are simple village girls. He will no longer be kind to us. We therefore do not expect Krishna to return to Vrindavan. He will not leave the company of the girls of Mathura. So they prepare their mind for eternity, that they may not see it, Krishna. They prepare their life according to the situation. Haribol. The gopis begin to imagine the great function in the city of Mathura. Krishna would pass through the street, and the ladies and the young girls of the city would see him from the balconies of their respective houses. This is just the gopis is thinking. Just think like this. But that's what it will happen. Mathura city contained different communities, known then as Dasarth, Bhoja, Andhaka, and Satvaka. All these communities were different branches of the same family in which Krishna appeared, namely the Yadu dynasty. They were also expecting the arrival of Krishna. It had already been ascertained. See, they also, Gopi can see that they are expecting the arrival of Krishna. They just think, what about Krishna? What is? It had already been ascertained that Krishna, who is the rest of the goddess of fortune and reservoir of all pleasure and the transcendental qualities, was going to visit Mathura city. What a beautiful meditation, the gopis. We have 3 more minutes. So I think let's read one more paragraph. The gopis then began to condemn the activities of Akrura. Haribol. They stated that he was taking Krishna, who was more dear than the dearest to them, and who was the pleasure of their eyes. They don't want to see, remember? Radharani, when she appeared in this world, she didn't open the eyes unless Nanda Baba and Yashoda take Krishna to Raval. And looking at the opportunity, the time when Yashoda and everybody was talking, Krishna took that opportunity and went in the room where Radharani was there. And when he touched Radharani, Radharani opened the eyes. They have no pleasure seeing anything else except Krishna. He was being taken from their sight without their being informed or solaced by Akrura. That's why Gopi even condemned Lord Brahma, the creator, why he has provided the eyelid that stopped the vision of Krishna momentarily. Akrura should not have been so merciless, but should have taken compassion on them. The gopis went on to say, the most astonishing feature is that Krishna, the son of Nand Maharaj, without any consideration, has already seated himself on the chariot. Haribol. From this, it appears that Krishna is not very intelligent. Yet, he may be very intelligent, but he is not very civilized. Not only Krishna, but all the cowherd men are so callous that they are already yoking the bulls and cows for the journey to Mathura. They condemned. The elderly person in Vrindavan are also merciless. They do not take our plight into consideration and stop Krishna's journey to Mathura, because only elderly can influence, So the gopis, they knows it how it works. They are condemning the elderly gopas. Even the demigods are very unkind to us. They are not impending his going to Mathura. So they are blaming everyone who is not helping them to keep Krishna within Vrindavan. But we know for sure that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan due to their love and affections. So we should stop, we should be punctual in our service. 6:55, that's the time for the devotees that they may have other engagement. So we should let them become free. So I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the dusk of these wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who take so much austerity to join from Connecticut, New Hampshire, Aurora, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Tempe, Phoenix, Austin, College Station, San Jose, Portland, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baltimore, Baton Rouge, Alachua, Orlando, Jacksonville, Ohio, St. Louis, Loganville, Georgia, San Diego, Calcutta, New Delhi. Today we also join from Jammu and Kashmir and Bangladesh, Toronto, Alaska, Maine, New Orleans, Ottawa, Laguna Beach, California, Vancouver, Houston, and Ashburn, Virginia. Jyoti Mataji joined from Ashburn, Haribo. So let's chant for 1 more hour. And I think that it's forecast that there will be a rain in Houston. So I have fertilized the one part of my house, north part. The south part is still I have to uh, fertilize all my plants and roses before the rain comes. So we will stop sharply at 8 o'clock today so I can finish that task because I can see outside it's dance.